So I guess he's gonna kick it up a notch now that he knows who's like the kreese is back. He needs to, like, I mean, it was all nice and good to talk about how it's not about destroying Cobra Kai. It's about, showing everyone a different way. But I feel like now it's definitely back to some degree, back to showing them that they're wrong, or something. I mean, I don't know. If he doesn't really focus on Cobra Kai and just like really focuses on his own dojo and the way that he does things, we'll see. We'll see how it goes about it. I mean, so there is some tension for sure between Johnny and John. Like, he, for instance, John like kind of put his, I'm gonna call him kreese. Anyway, he kind of put his hand on Johnny's shoulder. Was like, this guy is going to, like, the thing is, he does give him the credit. He does give him the credit, and he kind of built him up. But at the same time, it feels to me like, it's still all part of this scheme to really like to get back where he was, to sink his hooks into him. To make him like kind of reliant on him in some way, or at least on his praise or something, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, he's not doing it right now. He's giving him the praise. I guess to some degree he kind of took the credit a little bit when he was like, who brought you there? Your sensei. Who was the best student of his sensei? Me, or something like that. Like, my best student or something like that. Like, he did kind of take the credit, or a little bit of it at least. But that's fair enough, I mean, no, because we know what kind of sensei he was. I don't know. I definitely don't like his influence. But for now, I can't, for now, it's just that I feel, and I'm pretty sure that I'm right, that he's, laying the groundwork kind of to become, indispensable, to assert his influence in a more assertive way, I guess. Later on down the line, where it's like he's going to be just like part of it. Like, Johnny's going to accept him and give him, this spot, and then he's going to make use of it once he does, something like that. The whole mixing the cement thing, I'm not even, like, I don't know, could they have died from like the fumes or something? Like, it's probably not healthy to do that. But, we don't care about that, I guess. It's definitely hardcore. I don't know. Also, I don't know if I can believe the 4 people can spin it from the inside. Maybe. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, crazy though. And the balance thing with Robbie and Samantha was, I mean, it looked cool when they did it, in sync. When they did it, it was kind of cringy. I mean, and just like the whole, like, trying to find the balance, and it was kind of like, I mean, that was the point where it was like, oh my god, I don't know. Kind of like, oh, whoa, please be slower. Like, yeah, I felt that. Okay, thanks. Okay, whatever. I mean, but it's working. I can see how it would work. Like, you can sense your partner's, every move pretty much. And then, once you, do it enough times on there, then you could already kind of mimic the rhythm that you already kind of gained, because you know how it goes now, and like how to do it in sync, I guess. It was an interesting, definitely thing to see. I just don't know how it's, like, how do you use it? Obviously in a tournament when you are up against your opponent, I don't know what this, I mean, it teaches you balance. It teaches you, a kind of rhythm that really works, I guess. Like, overall, it is beneficial to you on your own. But, I mean, the real point of it, or I don't know if the real point, but, the greater, I guess, aim of it is to do it together, right? but I don't know where that applies. Like, where do you fight together in official karate thing? Maybe just in general. Like, I'm sure they will use it somewhere, the two of them, against maybe a lot more people, and they will win or something. I don't know. Because we do have less students than the Cobra Kai. So if it ever comes, it comes down to a confrontation and or whatever, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get to that, to actual blows, but yeah. And also it makes me wonder, like, where Daniel, because it seems like a new thing that he's trying to do, because he didn't know, like, he didn't have Miyagi's, like, way of teaching it to guide him. But then, like, I wonder, like, where he got that idea to, like, train in sync with someone else. I mean, like, in that way. If he was, like, always ever just the one student. I guess he could do it with Miyagi, but then, again, I feel like he wasn't taught this. Because that's why he didn't know how to teach it to someone else. Anyway, I don't know. Like, it's just an idea that maybe in some way he saw that it was a thing. I don't know. But it was interesting, and definitely made them, more tuned with each other, to the point that Robbie can kind of feel like he could tell her a little bit, like he was trying to make it not a big deal, like kind of like, oh, my mom took off, guess she didn't pay some bills, bye. but yeah, she picked up on that. It was like, okay, we need to, like, someone needs to do something about it. Thankfully, like, the mom really is extremely irresponsible, terrible role model, and, like, I remember that I kind of felt for her. I don't remember which episode it was in season 1, but that's, yeah. I don't see any, like, okay, I get it. That's her way of kind of dealing, of coping. But she definitely doesn't want to be a mother. That's what comes across. Like, Robbie is like a burden to her. She doesn't even really make sure that he's taken care of in, like, any way. She just wants to think that he's taken care of, and she doesn't want to, like, she's like, okay, oh, we have the bills paid, it's all good. And then she disappears, and, the bills are not paid, and there's no way to reach her. And, and she pretends to be a mother for, like, 2 seconds, and then just leaves. And it's not great. So now, at least Robbie has a place to, to actually live, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, Daniel said, like, I came to ask you a question, but now I got an answer, and that's it. But he didn't really actually ask the question. But okay, I guess for him it was like, I don't want anything to do with him. Like, now that Chris is back, and, like, I mean, they're, like, after everything I saw, in the past between them, to think that, Johnny would welcome Chris back into his life is a blow for sure. So he's just like, I guess I'm not gonna even give you, like, the satisfaction of, asking you whether it's okay for your son to stay with me. Like, I'm not even gonna give you, like, this, authority in some way or something. So I don't know. They're just going to let Robbie stay with them, even though they didn't ask the parents anything. I guess. I don't know. They could be sued for that, though, or something. Like if Johnny got it into his head to say, like, oh, they kidnapped my son or something like that, I think by law they're not allowed to do that. Which is why Amanda told him to ask. Maybe he will just tell Amanda, oh, I asked, everything's fine, But he didn't. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think Johnny will actually, sue them or anything like that. I don't think so. He doesn't know what's really going on with Robbie either. Like, he knows in general it's not great. But, I mean, he doesn't come to visit that often. And I guess especially now that he knows, that Robbie's, like, learning with Daniel. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. And at the same time, also, Miguel found out that Robbie's his son. I don't know what he's gonna do with that. Like disregard what he told him because it's like, oh, you just care that I use dirty tricks because it's your son or something. Like, I don't know. I mean, hopefully not, but I mean, because that's really stupid. I feel even more animosity, I guess, towards Robbie because he's kind of like taking his place and like kind of like, you know, something. I don't know. We'll see how things progress from here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Writing Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, and Marsh. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support, I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.